Hey guys, it is NCS Fan 001 here, welcoming you to another one of those Fallout cookbook recipes. This is the first one I myself have actually recorded in quite a while. So today's recipe is Vim Quartz. I do not remember this from the games, but it's in the recipe book. Vault Dweller, do we have a treat for you? Did you hear about Vim Quartz, the drink that never made it to store shelves because of a legal battle with the Nuka-Cola Corporation? We may have gotten our hands on a little sample of our own, and now we're giving the recipe to you. It's not like Vim Pop Incorporated can do anything about it. It's unfortunate that Vim Pop Incorporated lost out in court. Their drinks were far more unique than anything the Nuka-Cola Corporation created. This is an easy difficulty recipe that takes only 5 minutes of prep and 5 minutes of cook. It is a 2-serving recipe that serves well with braised deathclaw steak. Pairs well, I don't know why I say serves well. And it will give us +1 charisma for 1 hour. So, by the way, this is not technically an alcoholic drink. It is, ginger beer apparently does not have alcohol in it, so it's technically not. So the recipe calls for 4 basil leaves, half a lime, some ice, half a cup of apple juice, half a cup of ginger beer, and a 1/4 cup of carrot juice. So, and you're also going to need a cocktail shaker for this one. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like this because I like apple juice. I imagine I'm going to be fine with the ginger beer and the lime and basil. We'll cover that in a second though. This I've got some issues with, carrot juice. I'm shocked that this exists and I already don't like carrots in general. So we will see how this goes. Now an additional thing about this recipe is I'm actually going to be making this twice. One with basil and one without basil. The reason being it calls for 4 basil leaves. Now, as you can see here, the spice I have says basil leaves, but I think it probably means big basil leaves, like full basil leaves, that I think you can get in some places fresh. I could not find those anywhere, and I mean anywhere. I looked at 3 different stores around here. I could not find full-blown basil leaves, so either they don't exist or they're just not common around here. So it makes me think that this probably isn't the right kind of basil. So because of that, I'm going to make one recipe with that and one recipe without it, just so I can get a good comparison in case that's not the correct item. So yeah, that's how this is going to work. So the first step is to muddle the basil leaves inside of a cocktail shaker, which I do have a cocktail shaker. It's a cheapo, crappy one that I think I bought up in Cincinnati, but it'll work. So since I don't have like full basil leaves, I'm just gonna do like a sprinkle of it into here. And yeah, because muddling is like sort of where you press down on the herb or the berry while it's inside of the shaker or glass or whatever. So you can't really do that with these little basil leaves, which is why I'm pretty sure this is not exactly what it wanted me to get. And it's exactly why I'm going to make this twice, just to get it a little bit better comparison. So now we have to juice the lime into the shaker. I don't have like a juicer, so we're just going to squeeze this up as much as possible. That lemon or lime is going everywhere. I actually got a pretty good amount of juice out of that. My hands are clean, so it's all good. Yeah, that's about right. So next up, we're going to add ice to it, as well as the carrot and apple juice, and then we will shake it vigorously for 10 seconds. So it's a 1/4 cup of carrot juice and a half a cup of apple juice. Now, I like apple juice, so I have no issue with that being in here. It's this carrot juice that I am worried about. Who drinks carrots is my question about all this. Oh God, that's, okay, yep, that smells terrible. I just took a smell of that, that smells awful. I can tell I'm not gonna like this one. But I do it for you guys. Yeah, that smells just nasty. Once again, who juices a carrot to drink? Apparently a lot of people, because the carrot juice was pretty easy to find. Like, I had no problem finding the carrot juice. I found it at like 2 different stores that I went to looking for the basil leaves. And now half a cup of the apple juice. Once again, I like apple juice, so that's not a problem at all. Now we're going to, and we actually forgot to add ice in. Okay, we got ice. I actually already had some ice in there, but I'm only showing that little bit of it. So now we're going to cover it, and this shaker isn't very good. And I should also probably go ahead and prep the next step. I think I got the whisk out because I was going to try to muddle the basil leaves using it, but that's really not going to be necessary, so it goes in the sink. So we've got a glass with ice in it, so now we're going to shake vigorously for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're supposed to put it in 2 separate glasses, but since I'm making 2 different batches of this, I really don't think that's going to be necessary. Oh my God, that looks so nasty. I don't like this at all. The reason that was probably too much is because we also have to add in half a cup of ginger beer, which, like I said, is apparently non-alcoholic, which I never knew that. I'm not entirely sure what ginger beer is, but it looks, I wonder if it's probably like ginger ale. I would have to make that as a guess. And then stir it lightly. Now, once again, that does not look appetizing at all. Plus, the basil's all spreading around in there, but that, of course, is on me because I couldn't find actual full basil leaves, so maybe it would be better if you had those in it. But now, I'm going to go ahead and make the other batch off screen. The only difference in it is that I'm just not going to add the basil at all, so it's just going to be all the other ingredients. So I will be back in just a moment for the taste test. Okay guys, I'm back. I really don't want to drink this because this looks absolutely freaking disgusting and it smells disgusting. So, this is the one with the basil in it. Okay, it actually doesn't smell as bad with the ginger beer in it, thankfully. I assume that's meant to heavily dilute the flavor of carrot. Okay, to be fair, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. That doesn't taste as bad as I thought, so I can at least keep it down. I guess that's a good sign. I'm going to try this one now. So this is the one without basil in it. Okay, it's not as bad as I thought. The ginger beer helps a lot with making that drinkable. But that is unnatural. Who juices carrots and drinks it for pleasure? Like, that seems like something you would torture somebody with. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Who juices carrots? Who juices most vegetables to drink them? Okay, well, my rant of that is over. Like I said, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. The ginger beer helps a lot, and it's at least not that much carrot juice. But I would not recommend this one at all unless you're some sick weirdo that likes to drink carrots. I'm not trying to be insulting to anyone, but I just really don't understand why people would want to do that. So yeah, would not recommend making this, but it does taste better than I would have expected it to taste. And I also don't know how it would taste if you actually had real full basil leaves in the bottom to muddle with it. It might be a little bit better, I don't know. I'm not going to make this recipe again to find out, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.